Hi coders, my name is Shruti and today we are going to make a catch game in Scratch. A game where objects are falling from the sky and you catch them to score a point. It could be any object that's falling and it could be any object or character that's catching it. We'll break this into 5 steps. So the first step goes like move the character. Second, make your object go to the top. Third, fall down. Fourth, catch it and keep a score. Okay, so without any further delay, let's get started with the video. Let's pick or select the object that you want to be catching and we will make it move with the help of arrow keys. So here, click on choose a spirit option and then select anything you want. I'll choose the bowl that will be catching the objects falling from the sky, and let's just select the backdrop too. Choose anything you want. I'll go with boardwalk. Here it is. So now I have the object that will be catching the things falling from the sky and also the backdrop. Okay, now I want the bowl to be able to move side to side, and for that I'll choose change X by 10 block. So now I want this bowl to move in the right direction. To able to move only in the right direction when the right key is pressed. So we have a really easy block, that is if then block. If you don't know what is if then block, so if then block will make the spirit do the task that is here only if the thing that is here is true. So I want when the right arrow key is pressed, my bowl should move in the right direction. So let's make it right arrow and keep this block inside the if then block. So let's start it by green flag is clicked. So I'm pressing the right arrow key but nothing is happening. That's because this if then block is only being checked once. If I click the green flag, it's asking is the right arrow key being pressed right now? But then it's just stopped doing the code. And what we want it to do is always be checking if the right arrow key is being pressed at any moment. So for that, we have to keep this in forever block. And then let's join this and let's see. If I click the green flag, it's moving in the right direction, right? So now I want the bowl to move in a left direction. So for that, we have to change X by minus 10. And then again, we have to put it in a if then block when the left arrow is being pressed. Let's make it left arrow. Okay, so now let's put it in a forever loop. So when green flag is clicked, my bowl is moving in right and left direction. And there you go. So now we have an object that is moving in right to left direction when the right and left arrow keys being pressed respectively. Let's pick the object that would be falling and make it go to the top of the screen again. So again, click on choose a spirit option. Choose anything you want. I'll be choosing apple. Here is my apple. At the beginning of the game, I want my apple to be any random position at the top of the screen. So for that, we have a really helpful block which is go to random position. It will make my spirit go to the random position as you can see. And this block which says set y to will set my spirit how far the spirit is or how high up my spirit is. In Scratch, y represents how far a spirit is from the bottom of the screen to the top of the screen. So if we set y to 0, the apple goes up to about the middle. If we set y at 20, it goes a little high, and 180 makes it go all above the top. Now if we want the apple to go to the random position, we have to set y as 180 and it goes to the top. And that's what we want. And now when the game starts, it starts at the random position as here you can see. Now let's make our apple fall down. So if we change y by 10, my apple goes upwards, right? To make it go down, we have to put it in a negative number. That is this. And if we put this in a forever loop, it will keep on falling until it touches the bottom. Like this. But now the apple is stuck. But till now we have an apple that can fall one time. But what we want it to do, when the apple touches the bottom, we want the apple to go back to the top of the screen again. This is another good time to choose if then block. So let's drag out one. And we have to put some code here that checks if the apple is at the bottom. And how can we do that? How we will know that the apple is at the bottom? Well, remember I said that Y represents how high up a spirit is. Let's look at the apple Y while it's falling. Its Y position starts at 180, then it goes to 170, 160, it gets to 0. Then goes to -10, -20, and down here it's like -170. So what we can test in here is, we can just check if the Y position of the apple is less than -170, because if the apple's Y position is that low, then we know it must be at the bottom. So to test that, we can drag out this round blue block which says Y position here, and we have to drag less than 50 block from the green operators category, and let's put this Y position here and make it less than -170. This green block just checks if the thing that is here is less than the thing that is written here. Now if the apple is at the bottom, what do we want it to do? We already have a code for that because we wrote it here. We want it to go back to the random position at the top. Okay, so now let's put this inside a forever loop, and let's make this when the green flag is clicked. So as you can see, when the green flag is clicked, it is falling from the random position. So now we have an apple that is falling from the top of the screen, and it touches the bottom of the screen, and then it again go to the top of the screen. So now let's make it in a way that we actually catch the apple instead of them just going through the bowl. So when the player catches the apple inside the bowl, the apple should go again to the top of the screen, and then start falling again. So for that, this is another good time to use if then block, and then there is very helpful block which says touching mouse pointer. Let's make it bowl and keep it here. So if the apple touches the bowl, then what? We want it to go back to the top again, so we'll use the earlier code again that says go to random position and set Y to 180. Now let's put it in a forever loop. And now I want a sound to be played when a player catches the apple. So let's do this. So when the green flag is clicked, my game starts. And if I catch the apple, it's making a sound as well. So till now we have an object that's catching the apple. We have a falling apple that when it touches the bottom, it is again going to the top of the screen and starts falling again. We have a backdrop as well. And now let's add a score. So every time a player catches the apple, they gain a score. To make a score, we can add a variable. And if you have not seen what variable does, so a variable basically lets you keep a track of certain number in your project. So click on variable, then click on make a variable and give a name to your variable. Let's give it score and click on OK. So now we have a variable that shows score. So now select on change my variable to score by 1 and then drag it and place it right above the sound. We can use this change score by 1 option. So every time the player catches the apple, it will make the score increase by 1. And when the game starts, let's set the variable to 0. Our variable is score this. And when the green flag is clicked, our game starts. And when the player catches the apple, my score is increasing. And there you go. This is your catch game. Isn't it easy to make a catch game on your Scratch? So give it a try and do let me know in the comment section if you have any confusion in making the catch game on Scratch.